Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to me. I am your host, Wanda L. Scott, and you are watching Thrive Thursdays. The question every Thursday is, are you ready to thrive? And every week I'm with you. I am ready to thrive. What is hilarious is I woke up Friday morning and realized that I didn't do Thrive Thursdays last week. So we are on episode 11 and I missed my first week, but I've been consistent except for last week. But this week's topic on how we can thrive and not just survive mentally, emotionally, and spiritually is celebration. And that's what I was doing last week. I celebrated my 50th birthday last weekend. I know I don't look a day over 36 years old. That's how I feel. But my birth certificate says something different. So I was celebrating and forgot my Thrive Thursday, making all of my preparations. But I want to welcome you back to Thrive Thursdays. We're going to look at a mindset pivot so we can thrive and not just survive. So, my topic today is fitting because last weekend I was celebrating, but I just wanted to give you some visuals on what celebration and happiness looks like. We have got to take more time to celebrate, to be happy with our lives at home, at work, just in whatever state we're in, by ourselves, with our coworkers, with our family. We have got to learn how to celebrate and cultivate happiness. So I hope these visuals are giving you some ideas of how you can celebrate more in your life so that you can learn to thrive and not just survive. You can take these moments, you can figure it out. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we can pivot to more happiness in our lives so we can incorporate celebration. Take all of this in, see yourself in some of these scenes so you can thrive and not just survive by being happy. I want to share some quick statistics with you that will help pivot your mindset emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Did you know that in 2020, that 2020 has been rough, 2021 has been rough, and now we're into 2022. And folks in the US are more unhappy today than they've been in nearly 50 years. That's just the US, okay? And so, according to 32 happiness statistics that were taken in 2020 and 2021. They pulled from different polls, Gallup polls, a happiness poll, social polls. So they're data, trends, and facts. And one thing I want to show you a couple of things just to make you think about how important it is to be happy and celebrate. A Gallup poll showed that 6 to 7 hours of socializing daily results in the highest level of happiness for people. And we're not talking about just socializing outside of work, socializing in work. You can add a few minutes into the beginning or the end of your meetings to socialize. We're starting to get back to in person, but get yourself back out there. 6 to 7 hours might seem like a lot, but whether you're an introvert or not, get yourself back out there and get some happiness in your life. The polls also show that regular contact with 10 friends is the bare minimum for friends to have an impact on your happiness level. Now, I don't know about 10 friends, but that's what the statistics say. But reaching out to have contact with your friends, knowing you have friendship and conversation and love impacts your happiness. That's the point I want to get to you. We're going to thrive in our happiness. We're going to celebrate our friendships, right? Um, the next point is that it shows that we're in control of our happiness, at least 40% of it, according to science. So researchers believe a big part of happiness is beyond your control, but it's a mix of factors such as genes and other things. So I'm gonna put the link to the poll and these statistics in the comments after. So go check this out. It's very interesting with these trends. And the last poll that I'm going to show you, and this is since I just celebrated my 50th. I don't know if I totally agree with this, but everything, has its high points, its right points. Everything doesn't apply to each of us, but it says that you are happiest at age 33, 55, and the 70s, at least on average. 33 because you have the energy and knowledge to pursue your passion, 55% because you've gained enough assets, and the 70s are because you just don't care anymore. That's not exactly what it says, but like I said, I'll put the link, but it's something about that because you've lived life, you know enough, you're calm, nothing can surprise you. So go and look at these polls and think about your happiness and think about how you can celebrate your life, the good things, being grateful. We know spiritually that gratefulness ties us and switches our mind back to what's important. It brings peace. When we're grateful, when we think about the good things in our life, other than the things that are bad or things that we can't control, gratefulness cultivates peace. Mentally, it's proven, the whole when we make affirmations mentally and when we focus on good thoughts and not bad thoughts. I've done a Thrive Thursday on this. What we think impacts our happiness and impacts what we choose to celebrate, right? So mentally, we have to change our thoughts to think good thoughts, think things that focus on what we're doing well. And that was spiritually and mentally. Emotionally, we know that we go into the throes of depression and anxiety when we focus on things that we can't control, when we focus on things that are negative instead of positive. So cultivate some happiness in your life. Do it today. Celebrate the small wins. All right. Don't sweat the small stuff, but celebrate the small wins personally, at work, with business, with your friends. Celebrate when your friends celebrate. Celebrate when your coworkers celebrate. Look for every moment to celebrate. It just brings up happiness, and that changes the way that we feel like we can deal with life. So my mindset pivot for you today is to do a mental shift to happiness, to celebrating the small things in life instead of focusing on the negative things. Find something to celebrate. In fact, find 3 things to celebrate today. You can do it. And I bet you it will increase your happiness factor. Now, what I want to know is if any of those statistics made sense to you. If you're 33, 55, or 70, is it true? Are you the happiest you've been in your life? And don't forget, I'll put the statistics in the thing where you can go look at these 32 happiness trends and give me some feedback because I want to know how this set with you. And remember that every Thursday at some point, maybe not at 9 a.m., I go live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow, like, and connect with me on these platforms. It is in the comments. I want to hear from you. I want to know how much you celebrate and what your happiness factor is. Thank you for another Thrive Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of the day and weekend.